and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth, and today we're gonna go over 3 really simple breakfast recipes that you can meal prep for your breakfast this week. I don't know about you, but in the morning I'm always really busy, and the last thing I want to do, because I'm not a morning person, is get up early to make my breakfast. So what I like to do is on Sundays I go ahead and I meal prep them for the entire week. A lot of these things you can put in the freezer if you're not going to eat them all as well. So let's go ahead and jump on into those. One thing I love to meal prep is a really easy breakfast that I can just grab and heat up on the go. So first thing you're going to do is go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 degrees and then spray your muffin tin so nothing sticks. The great thing about these little egg cups is you can make, 12 different varieties. I usually do 2, so I'll do 6 of one and 6 of another. But you can put whatever you want in them. So every single week it could be something different, which is what I love about it the most. So you can constantly have like a similar breakfast, but it's not the exact same thing every single week or every single day if you want to mix it up. Go ahead and you need 2 eggs or 1 egg per muffin container, 1 to 2. It depends how many eggs you want. And you're just going to crack them all in a bowl and scramble them up. Once all the eggs you want are cracked, go ahead and mix them all up, just like you would make scrambled eggs. If you like salt and pepper in your eggs, go ahead and add that at this time. Go ahead and take your muffin tin and pour your mixture in throughout. Try to make it as even as possible. All right, now's the fun part. You gotta decide what you want in them. So this week I've got a can of mushrooms. So I'm just gonna put mushrooms in 6 of them. 1 egg per muffin container ended up being perfect just because of how much filling I'm gonna put in with like the mushrooms and the other vegetables. If you wanna just do egg, you'd probably want 18 eggs for a 12 muffin pan. Just because this was 12 and it filled it pretty close, but I think if you did 24, it'd probably fill it too much. I've got some spinach I had in the freezer. If it's going to go bad in your fridge, just go ahead and toss it in your freezer and you can pull it out when you're going to use it. It defrosts really quick and you can even put it in your muffin tins frozen. So I'm going to do half with spinach. I had a little bit of green onion. I'm going to go ahead and put that with my mushrooms. Again, make it how you want it. If you don't like green onion, don't do green onion. If you despise mushrooms, don't use mushrooms. You can use any vegetable. So I've done it with tomato. I've done feta cheese in here. It tastes amazing. Do tomato fezzel. You can do tomato, feta, and spinach. That tastes really good. I had some shallots, so I'm going to go ahead and add that into the spinach, and we'll see how that is. I've never had it, but I'm sure it'll be delicious. And then you don't have to, but if you have some cheese and you want to put cheese in there, go ahead. I've just got a little bit of cheddar cheese. I'm just going to add it to the mushroom ones. And then what I do, just so that it's not all on one layer, some of the stuff will sink, some of it will go to the top, is I just go through and I do like a little bit of a fork stir in each one. Just to mix up the ingredients a little bit. Now they're ready, go ahead and pop them into your oven. All right, here's a super quick, easy, simple breakfast that I personally love, and it's chia seed pudding. You're just going to go ahead and take almond milk. I like to get the unsweetened vanilla one because it adds a little bit of flavor to the pudding. But you can get whatever you prefer. Go ahead and take a half a cup. And put it in your container. And then you're going to take 2 tablespoons of your chia seeds. And just dump them in there. Go ahead and mix them on up. If you want to add some type of sweetener to it, you can, such as like stevia or sugar. I personally don't. Sometimes when it's ready the next day in the morning, I'll put some berries on top to add that little bit of sweetness, but I don't think it needs it personally. So once it's all mixed together and the seeds are inside of the milk, you're going to go ahead and let this sit here for 10 minutes. Then you're going to go ahead and mix it again, put the lid on, and let it sit in the fridge, and it'll be ready for breakfast the next day. You can also freeze these if you want to make a few of them ahead of time and pull them out and defrost them the night before. When your chia seed pudding is done, it's going to look like this. You could turn it over. It's solid and delicious. So it'll have like a little consistency like that. Your chia seeds will start to like gel up and get a little bit bigger. All right, the next easy breakfast we're gonna make is sheet pan eggs. So first, go ahead and take a dozen eggs and crack them and scramble them. All right, go ahead and take your sheet pan, spray it down really good, otherwise your eggs are going to stick. Then just pour your 12 cracked eggs on top. It'll go ahead and spread itself out and even out. And then put whatever your desired toppings are on for that week. I love that you can make this different. Also, the eggs kind of have the vegetables stick, so you can go ahead and do one half one way, another half the other, if certain people in your family only like certain things. Since it's so versatile, what I like to do is, like this week I'm making a corn salsa that has red onions and tomatoes in it. So I'm going to make some of that in my eggs. So I'm just going to use some of that red onion and put it in there, as well as some tomatoes. But you can use whatever you have that week. I also really like mushrooms, so I just got a can of mushrooms in my pantry. So I'm going to spread that through the whole thing. But again, say somebody in your family doesn't like mushrooms, you could put that only on half of it, and it's going to stay there. I've got some shallots I have to use up, so I'm going to go ahead and add those in also. This is like a clean out the fridge before the produce goes bad type of dish. And then I usually have some type of spinach on hand, usually in the freezer. I like to freeze mine before it goes bad. So just sprinkle some of that on top too. Once you have all your desired vegetables added on to your eggs, go ahead and put in your oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. Now that the eggs are out of the oven, you can wait till they cool down, and then you can just go ahead. I like to use a knife, or you could use a spatula, and then just section them out like this, and I put them in a meal prep container. And then the day of, in the morning, I just take 1 or 2 slices out, however much I want that day, and go ahead and microwave them. They're also great on a bagel for a sandwich. Well, that's it. That's 3 easy breakfasts that I usually make. What I like to do is I'll meal prep one of them, on Sunday, and the following Sunday I'll do a different one, and I'll continue it that way. Sometime with the chia seed pudding, just because it is really easy, I'll make 1 or 2, so I'll switch it out during the week. So I'll have, egg muffins one day, I'll have chia seed pudding the next. And then also that sheet pan one, super easy, super versatile. You can also make it into sandwiches. This isn't all the things you can make, like pre-make for breakfast. There's obviously other ones out there like breakfast burritos, pancakes, waffles. All those are great to make ahead of time, and you can even put them in your freezer. I hope this gave you some different ideas of things you haven't thought of before though, and you can use them in your future meal prep. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please subscribe. I try to post new content every Sunday, so hope to see you then. Thank you.